Hey, welcome. Today I have for you another great game. I will show you how Magnus Carlsen is going to sacrifice his queen for only rook and bishop. Sounds crazy? No, it's a genius, and without any doubt, Magnus Carlsen is one of the strongest chess player in chess history. He is playing with white pieces. His opponent is a Czech chess grandmaster David Navara, and David Navara till now is doing well. His position is solid, maybe passive, but it's important to say that black is playing position without any weaknesses. Even here, after this exchange, nothing special happened, and Magnus Carlsen is going to take on c5, and David knight d7 and knight c5, knight b5, a6 and knight d4. All of this has been played before, and now Navara came up with novelty and played move b5. Maybe bishop a5 is not bad at all, but b5 sounds to me like, hey, this is a sharp move, sounds logical and sounds good to be active and to attack white's bishop on c4. So Magnus Carlsen played bishop e2, and he's calling for threats. And just let's watch what's happened, because e5, and now just imagine what's going on, because that's a crazy position. On air, it's a move rook d8, and just tell me where white's queen is going to escape. Nowhere. And Magnus Carlsen just is happy to play this position. Just imagine, for example, me. If I am playing this position, I am shaking because I am losing my queen nearly for nothing. And that's a difference between me and Magnus Carlsen, because Magnus Carlsen is happy to play this position. So what's happened now? Rook d8. White's queen is lost, but not for free, for one bishop and one rook. How to evaluate this position? Yes, it's clear that black is ahead of material. But what about white's pieces? Both rooks are doing well in open files, knights are doing well, so I believe that white's pieces are more active, more dangerous, and if nothing, this position is unclear and unpleasant to maybe to David Navara, because it's hard to say what's the best move here. It's not a clear path, it's only many moves to be played, and it's important nearly to play the best moves. And maybe that's exactly the plan of Magnus Carlsen. Maybe he doesn't believe that David Navara is able to play this position without any small mistake. And that's the truth, because Magnus Carlsen is a genius. So David played a5, that's a strong knight e5, beautiful knight in the center, so I love this knight, and queen d6. Magnus took pawn on e5, and now David Navara has a chance to go to interesting position. Where? Just imagine this move, queen e5 and queen b2. If nothing happened here, I believe that black's two connected pass pawns after bishop a2 are super strong, and maybe these connected two pass pawns are chance to beat Magnus Carlsen, because just imagine these pawns are going and it's hard to stop them. And I believe that there was a chance, at least. That was an interesting position, but David Navara played here bishop b7, so he lost the pawn, and the compensation for queen is now rook, bishop and pawn. Nearly enough. So bishop f3 happened, and now rook c8. And knight g4 was the threat. Yes, the threat is knight f6 check, and there is hanging the black's queen. So David Navara played to f8. He escaped from this threat and h4. So Magnus Carlsen is playing for space, for piece activity, and what I am missing? I am missing black's counter-attack. You know, black position is maybe absolutely solid, safe, but it's not active. And that's important to be active, at least if you're playing against Magnus Carlsen. So knight d7 happened, exchange on c8 and a3. Okay, h5, and after a few more moves, we are able to see that Magnus Carlsen took another pawn, and David Navara has to be careful. It's not time to lose another material, because just now it's so to say that black is still okay. Bishop b7, knight c3 and queen e7, rook d4. What's the plan of Magnus Carlsen? It's important to improve all his pieces. Knight on h2, bishop on b5, knight on c3. It's important that all these white pieces are going to work together. They are going to support each other, and they are going to attack black's king. I know that's thousands and thousands moves ahead to be able to play this plan, but at least that's a plan. But what about black's plan? I don't know what black has a chance to do against this position. So what's happened? Queen e6, knight f1. Magnus Carlsen is improving position, and here rook d2, b7, pawn, and here bishop e8. So he attacked, and here it's important to get a plan. Magnus Carlsen has a plan, just to place this rook to d4, pawn on a4, and that's nearly like no chance to lose a position. But black has a chance to lose the position. You know, it's still quite a difficult position. Magnus Carlsen, after queen a4, is going to defend this pawn. Now check, rook d4 and a4. As I told you, that looks like fortress. No chance to lose this position, but you know, what about black? And just watch what's happened next, because Magnus is going to improve his knight once, second times, and this pawn fall down. And just imagine that if another pawn is falling down, that black is lost, because three connected pass pawns are going forward and it's hard to stop them. Anyway, to play for pass pawns is the best winning plan in chess. So check, and after a few more checks, Magnus Carlsen is going to improve his knight, and he's going to push pawn on e4. Yes, the threat is knight e3, and this pawn on g4 is hanging. That's amazing how Magnus Carlsen is playing his chess. You know, two pieces, and this endgame is lost for black. Just only because one tempo. Here, David Navara resigned it, but I'm going to show you why he resigned it. Because as I told you, one tempo down. Amazing game. I hope you enjoyed this game, and if yes, just feel free and press like or press follow and made my day, and let's play chess. See you soon, take care, bye bye.